What's up, everybody? This is Scott. Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm very excited. This is the battle of the Pixel 4 XL, and that's one of my all-time favorite phones, even though everybody says it was a giant flop, versus now the new guy in town, which is the Pixel 5. Now, let's talk about some of the key differences between them. Obviously, in terms of the footprint perspective, the Pixel 5 is significantly smaller in size. But what about some of the other things? Well, you got 90 hertz refresh rate that's actually on the Pixel 5. You now have a dual shooter on the back, just like you do in the 4 XL. Everything you see right now on the front-facing camera, I'm actually holding this in a switch pod with my left hand, so you could effectively see what you could expect. Everything that you see here is shot natively in the native app. Also, no color correction, no audio post-processing, nothing. Everything you see and everything that you hear is what you can expect out of the Pixel 5 and the Pixel 4 XL. So what I want to do is show you what you can expect. Everything that you see right here is a front-facing camera stabilization, 1080p, 30 frames a second on the front. None of that really changed in the Pixel 5. That's basically the exact same thing that you see from the 4A and the 4 XL, and I've made other videos about it, and I'll link them wherever they get linked. But I want to show you some of the differences, because in the 5, well, now the 5 can shoot 4K 60 frames a second. First time in a Pixel device that you've had the ability to do that. So I definitely want to show you what some of those things look like. Because the Pixel 5 is priced the way that it is, what can you expect at more of a mid-tier type price point, not necessarily flagship level? So let's just go ahead and dive into that. Okay, so this is 4K 30 frames a second out of the Pixel 4 XL. So everything you see right now is 4K 30 frames a second. I don't think it looks terrible. I definitely think the 4A more than holds its own in the previous video that I did. But take a look at that 4K 60 frames a second stabilization out of the freaking Pixel 5. Look at the trees. So if you look at the trees, compare, like, again, I'm walking, like, I'm a fairly big guy, so I walk heavy-footed. But look, the trees are barely moving. I don't know what witchcraft they're using from a stabilization perspective, but just look how smooth the Pixel 5 is. So you can see right now on screen with the 4 XL, the stabilization is not terrible, but it is nowhere near as good as the Pixel 5. Holy crap. Now, I'm gonna stop. Switch both to 1080p 60 frames a second so you can see what that looks like. Okay, both of these bad boys are in 1080p 60 frames a second. Let's do a quick pan around this way. So everything you see right now is filmed in the 1080p 60 frames a second. I am going to walk directly at this tree. I actually had to move the phone up and down because the stabilization is so good on the Pixel 5, I thought it froze. It looks like it's barely moving at all, but within the 60 frames a second, 1080p on the 4 XL, you can definitely see that we're moving. So I'm gonna turn back around. I'm gonna walk towards the soccer net. Look how freaking smooth it. I don't know how Google does this. Witchcraft, it's wizardry of how smooth the stabilization is on the Pixel 5. Holy crap. One of the things that Google's been knocked for in the past, especially on the 4, is everybody saying nobody wanted a telephoto lens. I was one of the staunch supporters that said, hey, I really liked having a telephoto, but in the Pixel 5, they actually put a wide lens. So let me show you what some of those shots look like. So you've seen it from 4K 30 or 4K 60 in the case of the Pixel 5. You've also seen the 1080p 60 frames a second out of both the Pixel 5 and the 4 XL. You've also seen the front-facing camera. I've basically filmed everything, including this right here, on the front-facing camera, and you've seen photos as well. So at the end of the day, which one, to me, looks better and is really kind of that all-around next best thing? Well, you can see right here on screen, I am in studio right now, the same lighting, everything locked the same way from an autofocus, auto exposure perspective. And I think the way that I look right now in the Pixel 5 versus the Pixel 4, I look a little more washed out in the 4 XL, basically when I'm looking at it on screen right now, versus over here, the colors look great. They've got the skin tones down. The red in my Ohio State sweatshirt is popping. The colors from the gray that you see in the little detail-y things, and also just kind of the way that my beard looks, like each individual hair on the 5 looks better, but the 4 XL is no slouch either. Considering the fact the price point that the Pixel 5 is at right now, hands down no brainer, I'm actually gonna go with a Pixel 5 before I go with a 4 XL. It is a really huge upgrade from the 4 XL to the 5. 4K 60, 90 hertz refresh rate. The photos are outstanding. The video is significantly better. The battery life, you're getting 5G, but you're getting the 4A and the 3A incredible battery life in the 5 than you would the Pixel 4 XL. It's no slouch by any stretch of the imagination, but before I buy anything else, I am definitely buying a Pixel 5. So that's it. That's all I have. Thanks for watching. And as always, like, share, subscribe, thumbs up, leave a comment below. We'll see you next time.